All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Happy Sunday, guys. Today, we are going to be observing the weekly close for the Bitcoin. Hey, how's everyone doing today? Happy Sunday, guys. Bitcoin currently trading at 108, 808, and 29 cents. Looking good. We were getting a little spicy earlier. We're slightly less spicy now, but nothing really crazy to be concerned with. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map, because I don't think we did that last night. We had a late stream last night. It was a fun time, though. Pretty late. I think it went past midnight, which was unintentional, but welcome. Drummer said, I know, right? I usually show up right after guesses are done. Giovanni said 1 moon. Soon. The heat said first. Soon is very subjective. That's why I always go with soon, because it gives me plausible deniability. 109,671. Oh my gosh, it's orange. 109,671. That shows you how long it's been. That the green the green went bad. That's such a stupid joke. All right, I'm going all the way up here. 111,525. What do you guys think? You guys think we go up, or do you guys think that we go down for the near term? Did something just make noise? I heard something. It went beep. All right, down below we got 108,301. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. 108,301. And the bottom of that bad boy, we've got 106,447. We got two clouds, one above, one below. And we're right in the middle. Chilling. The bullish crossover, the moving average is still holding up. We got a bounce, technically, off that moving average. Continuation to the upside. If we continue up even further, that'll be better. Good. We got a green dot on the momentum wave, also pointing to the upside, and the green dot on market cipher in general, still in play. So we'll see where that goes. People are shorting. Everyone's bearish. So it's kind of a mixed bag out there. Complete mixed bag. Let's continue on with the charts. Bitcoin dominance, 59, 54. Still struggling to get above 60, which is good. That's exactly what we want. Hopefully a eventual breakdown. We did just get a bullish crossover. The moving average in the RSI, though, that might signal some further upside. Green dot on the momentum wave on market cipher as well. Upside is definitely the bias on Bitcoin dominance specifically. Hopefully that can change, but time will tell. ETH is up 2.75%, which is quite exciting. We are testing 4K right now. If we fail it, it might get a little dicey. But if we close above it, especially for the weekly, that would be probably the best case scenario, honestly. The bullish crossover, the moving average on the RSI is still in play. We have actually succeeded in getting farther away from our moving average, which is going to pull it up and break out of what seems to be some kind of consolidating pattern. I can't draw. I cannot draw today. There's a consolidation happening. Actually, it looks like we broke out of it already, which is exciting. But here, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, honestly. You can tell that it's consolidating. Same with the price. And hopefully we broke out of that as well. It seems like we might have. The bullish potential is definitely there for ETH specifically, especially if we close above 4K, like I said. For the weekly close, that would be a big deal. We'll keep an eye on it. Sol is up 0.54. Sol struggling a little bit compared to ETH. It is currently sitting at 188. Kind of having a hard time getting above 190. And I suppose 184 is holding nicely, as well as 175. 175 would be a nice psychological level as well. So we got a little double bottom action going off of that. My only concern is that where ETH, you can tell ETH is creeping up. Sol is not doing that. Sol is kind of like it looks like it could curl over and quit. And I don't like that. Again, though, that could change within a couple of candles, so something to keep an eye on, something to keep in mind. Our overall price, or overall chart, still looks decent. It still looks decent. And you could actually, honestly, you can still consider this an uptrend, for sure. So we'll see if we maybe eventually break below that yellow trend line. I don't think we will, though. Not financial advice. It looks good. We also have the blue trend line, which is very, very old trend line that goes back to, I guess very, very old. It's a little subjective. It goes back to March 2024. And that is the trend line that we use to break into new all-time highs, essentially. We had an inverse head and shoulder here. Broke out, retest, break above the blue line. New all-time high. Retest again. Another new all-time high. Broke below, resistance. Got back above. The blue line continues down here. We're back above again. Retested, confirmed bullish. And we're still in the middle of that trade at the moment. So you got your breakout here, retest, bullish, and then started breaking down. But we're still riding that yellow line now. So SOL actually looks decent on the longer term time frame. Shorter term though, it's a little bit dicey. For sure. No divergence to speak of. Got a green dot on your momentum wave. Bullish cross over the moving average still in play. Yeah, let's see if we can get above 190 and stay above it. That would be ideal. Total 3 is up 1.43% on the day. Let's go take a look. Is the total 3 fractal going to recouple, or could we just scoot it? Honestly, a scoot. That actually, again, you know, this is kind of a meme. Me scooting this fractal specifically because the first candle is like 2 or 3 candles from like the daily or the weekly. So it is kind of silly to be like, oh, it looks good. But this does coincide with the idea that the rest of October is going to be kind of a nothing burger. Because this is the rest of October. And then this is November. So the concept is there. I guess I'm going to leave that scooped. We are sitting above 1 trillion again, which is perfect for the weekly close. That's exactly where we want to be. We don't want to get below this for the weekly. We want to close above it. Then, in my opinion, we'll still be in a really good place for a bullish continuation. We won't have to wait 3 or 4 more years for the actual like alt season bull market situation. So, I'm not a patient guy, so this makes me happy. The bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI is still in play, looking good. Green dot on the momentum wave on market cipher also still in play. That came in right like at the Pico bottom, 2 candles away from it actually. So we're looking good, especially above 1 trillion, looking real good. ADA is up 3.2% on the day, currently trading at 65.46. We got, what did we get? I suppose we kind of bounced off of 60 and then retested 63, 62, 63. Looks like 63. We got bounce, retest, and then we got some pretty hefty candles right here, which is exciting. These are the first big green candles we've had since the recovery from the big Mama Jamma dumperoonie that we had, not this past Friday, but the one prior, October 10th. The manipulation dump, so to speak. So that's exciting. Volume looks relatively decent by comparison. It's a lot more full compared to back here pre-October 10th dump. Our RSI looks great, cross bullish over the moving average, and is retested and confirmed and continued to the upside, much like ETH. And we got a green dot on our momentum wave pointing to the upside as well. All the signs are there. Can we get above 66 next is the question. That is what we'll try for next. But a close above 60, close above 65 even, would be awesome for the weekly close, in my opinion. SNEK. SNEK is up 3.5% on the day, currently trading at 30.906. That was the number that I was the most worried about. Obviously, once we broke below 40, 30 was probably definitely going to be in play, which kind of stinks. But if we lose 30, then again, I'm gonna get probably a little moody about it. Volume looks really good though, especially given that this is just one specific exchange. On MXC, the volumes for SNEK past October 10th looks great by comparison. So we're in a decent spot, it seems. We're holding above 30 for now. We got some big wicks, which is a little spooky, you know, indicative of some selling pressure, which we've seen before. So hopefully that doesn't pan out that way. We also got some wicks to the downside, which indicates some buying pressure, but we haven't seen those kind of since Friday. And again, it is the weekend, so there's nothing too crazy to be worried about, but I would love to close above 30 for SNEK specifically. XRP is up 1.46% on the day, seemingly rejecting 240. It's currently sitting at 239.40. My downside target, I guess, at some point, probably way back when the pump first started, was 240. And it seems to be pretty relevant on this chart, which is kind of funny. I also see a very mirrored sentiment right here. You got your spike and your thumb, your spike and your thumb. They're identical. They are literally just mirrored. Like mirrored and flipped. So we'll see if we get above 240. Hold above $2, in my opinion, was a big achievement. And closing above the candle body close from October 10th is also going to be a big deal. Let's actually go back and back test that. ETH closing above candle body close. Let's go. Sol, as long as they close where they're at. Sol is pretty close. Sol close above 190 would be ideal because that would guarantee that we'd be above our candle body close from October 10th. So that's what we're looking for there. Total 3, same thing, above 1 trillion is more important than the candle body close. ADA, if it closes above 65, we'll be safe. SNEK closes above 30, we'll be safe. XRP closing above 237, we'll be safe. So yeah, that looks good. Bullish crossover the moving average and the RSI is still in play. Kind of a retest right here. It didn't quite get close enough, but I'll count it. And our momentum wave on Market Cipher also has a green dot still in play from Friday. So we're looking good there. HBAR. HBAR is currently trading at 17,146. Let's see, we got a bounce off of 1593. Broke above 1644, held that as support for a minute, and now we're blasting the upside. Kind of at our midpoint right now between 1644 and 1783. Can we hold that and get above 1783 next? That is going to be what we're going to pay attention to the most, I think. RSI looks great. Moving, broke over the moving average. Bullish crossover the moving average. Retested and confirmed, continue to the upside. Green dot on the momentum wave on Market Cipher as well from Friday, still in play. Pushing further up as well, looking good. SWE is up 3.88% on the day, currently trading at 259. We got above 250 with conviction. Look at that. We broke below it. Midpoint support in between 223 and 250 at around 237.50. Got a nice bounce off of that. Took a minute, gathered some strength, and bam, just blasted straight through 250. We're sitting at 259 right now, seemingly rejecting 260, 265. That's kind of the midpoint. I would call it 263 for our midpoint, actually. So getting above that's going to be the next point of contention. We might come back down for a retest of that 250 level, because that is going to be a relatively important psychological level. Plus, there's confluence on the chart as well at 250. But holding above 250, closing above 250 for the weekly is going to be perfect for SWE specifically. I think that's definitely something that's needed. RSI looks really good. We got bullish crossover the moving average still in play. I'm going to count that as a retest as well. Confirmation, continuation of the upside. Looking good. And then our momentum wave. What is that? I've never seen one like that before. You guys see that? It's a green dot, but it also kind of looks like, oh, okay. Yeah, I just had to zoom out. I understand now. It's the green line. So we got a green dot on the momentum wave on Market Cipher as well. Still in play from Friday, much like everything else. So we're looking good. We're doing good. So far, pretty decent. Pretty decent. Ondo's up 2.94% on the day, currently trading at 73.48. If at any time you guys want to look at something specific, sound off in the chat, let me know. Don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Sunday. I almost said Friday. I wish it was Friday. Unfortunately, we all have to go to work tomorrow at the Fiat Mines. But you gotta work. Cheers. I remember that was the first thing all of my grandparents, all my uncles would ask, and they still ask. My uncle just asked me at the Halloween party. So you still working? That's like the most important thing. Are you still working? You still working? Getting a lot of hours? So, I don't know. I don't know if that's family specific thing or if every family does that, but there's something like oddly comforting about it. It's strange. Anyways, Ondo's up 2.83% on the day. We got a nice bounce off of 67.31. Broke above 72.72. We're currently sitting at 73.39. A close above 72.72 for the weekly close here would be ideal. We got this blue trend line here. Let me see, how relevant is this? Oh, it's actually quite relevant. We got 1, technically 2, 3, 4 points of confluence in the past. And then we've got a little fake out. I'm going to call it a fake out below, right there. Interesting. Okay. Oops. So zoomed out kind of gives you a nice perspective. I see an inverse head and shoulder here that failed miserably. And that kind of goes to show, and I've talked about it a ton. We've never actually properly like seen it to be able to talk about it with a demonstration. But this is a great example of a bullish pattern invalidating. The same happens with bearish patterns that invalidate. You can have a bullish pattern all day long, inverse head and shoulders. It looked amazing. If you would open along here, you would have gotten completely shafted. That is why people like to trade the breakout retest confirmation. Now, that's not a foolproof plan. You know, there are anomalies in every single trading pattern. But seeing an invalidation, this is usually how harsh they are. It really is. Giovanni said, Ando, gotta work. I was offered a job with the city of Phoenix, and they pushed my start date back 2 months, so I had to get a job at Target to supplement some income so I don't eat all my savings, especially since the Navy Reserve don't work with the government shutdown. That's crazy. I feel like Target would probably be my go-to. I think Target would be better than Walmart and Meijer. Meier's a local thing, like a Midwest thing for sure. They're Michigan native, I guess. But I wouldn't want to do, I feel like Walmart would be too busy. Maybe it's great. I heard their managers get a crap ton of money, but Target's definitely the more calm store. Tease said, yo, posted in Discord. What do we got from Tease? Oh. Everyone's got their own personal definition, man. Just because I play video games does not make me a gamer. I would love to consider myself a gamer, but I genuinely do not find myself worthy of the title. Because I hardly play games. And I don't want to be that guy that's like, I'm a gamer. And someone's like, oh, have you beat Elden Ring yet? I'm like, I've never played Elden Ring. And they're like, what? How do you call yourself a gamer if you've never played Elden Ring, you know? Not that I believe in gatekeeping. But I just don't think... I want to get to a point where I'm actually playing games on a better schedule to consider myself a gamer. Giovanni said, Walmart offered $15.50. Target is giving me $16.75. Same job, same location. Nice. Yeah, that's much better. All right. Ando, 73.36. Yeah, like I said, closing above 72.72 would be ideal. Tisha said, you're a gamer, dude. Well, I appreciate you considering me a gamer in your head canon. Thank you, Tisha. Would you like to play some DayZ? You should totally get DayZ. If you got a PC, get DayZ. We'll throw it down. If you guys want to check it out, actually, me, Drew, and Reese, regular viewers of the channel, friends prior to me even streaming, played DayZ. There's actually a playlist of it all right here. Just go check this playlist out. Oh gosh. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. We play DayZ a lot. Look at this. Holy crap. There's probably 40 hours here of DayZ. Whew, you could fill an entire work week. I mean, it's pretty funny. There's some funny episodes too. Like Reese running around with me trying to shoot the zombies and missing every single shot like an idiot. There's some good stuff. All right, anyways. Yeah, Ando, we want to see a close above 72.72. Ideally, longer term, I want to get back above this bluish trend line. Aerodrome up 5.93% on the day, currently trading at 82.94. Why does Aero look so good? We got back above 76.03, which is important for some reason. Why is that important? I don't know. I guess I had that marked as an important level for something. But we're back above it. Let's see, we got a bounce. Bounce, break, rejection, rejection. Got below, above. I suppose the wicks kind of count as retests. Got above 80. Got above, well, actually, we're trying to get above 84 next. We're at 82.99 at the moment, up 5.99% on the day. That's a lot. 5.99% on the day looks pretty damn good. Green dot on the momentum wave on market cipher still in play. Bullish cross over the moving average also looking good. This thing's pushing, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually pushes above 86 relatively soon if it keeps up this momentum and strength. Teacher said, look at all those many hours gaming and streaming even. I'll say it again one last time. You're a gamer in my book. Okay, that's relatively fair. I still don't feel comfortable with it. I've never beat Skyrim. I'm like a casual gamer with like some gamer tendencies. But yeah, Arrow looks really good. A close above 80 here would be what I would look for. Pinlink is down 8.1% on the day. What is going on with Pinlink? Currently trading at 27.01 or 27 cents. Why is this one of the only red? Actually, Solana's red now too. What in the world? Are we getting a little dump, Rudy? Getting a little fake out to the downside? Or maybe this isn't a fake out. Maybe there's an actual dump here. Maybe we're about to BART on these 15-minute charts. 15-minute chart BART. Dang. All right. We get a pretty hefty dumpy candle here. This is specific to MXC as well, so keep that in mind. But we had the support. We got below it. We've rejected, and we're continuing the downside now. We got some wicks, which is nice. Buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure. Unfortunately, that's not helping us. We are still pushing to the downside. We did get a bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI most recently. It does look like it wants to try to curl back up to get back above it. That's going to be important. But we also have a red dot on our momentum wave pointing to the downside after getting a confirmed green dot on market cipher, which is the first time in quite a while on an altcoin that we've seen that. That showed up, I think, is the same time as like two other altcoin green dots showed up. So we'll see longer term if it ends up becoming relevant. At the moment, though, it's looking like we're going to get pretty dicey here. I'm going to close above 25, and then we'll come back, but the downside momentum seems to be pretty heavy. Renders up 2.4% on the day, currently trading at 254. We got a double bottom, or triple bottom, technically a bounce off of this midpoint at 229, 230. 1, 2, 3. We are having trouble getting above 260. The fact that we're rejecting that kind of shows me that we're not ready. But all the other signs point to upside right now. I'm not going to discount that. We got our bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI still in play. Even tested it as support. And then green dot on the momentum wave on market cipher as well. Looking good. 253. Yeah, I would love to see this close above 260, but I guess I'll settle for closing above 250 for now. For bullish continuation, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Stellar. Yeah, I went through render. Stellar is up 0.83% on the day, currently trading at 31.73. We are rejecting 32.13, which is interesting. We got kind of a inverse head and shoulder here. It's a little fugly, and it's quite small actually as well. And rejecting 32.13, I guess that inverse head and shoulder is kind of irrelevant. It doesn't really seem like it's holding too much value. But what's interesting is we got this guy, which you could actually equate to a head and shoulders breakdown, with this little fake out back up as well. There's a little fake out, let's see, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then you got a little fake out invalidation right here. And then you break down to which you actually quite literally perfectly played out that target. Is it going to do the same thing this way? Because everything's mirrored, remember? Everything looks like the opposite of what happened before. You got your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder. Is this going to be a little fake out invalidation and then bam, upside, fulfilling this inverse head and shoulder? Interesting. I wonder. Tyler said, we are dead in the water. That's weekend volume, man. There's nothing going on. Nothing going on whatsoever. And it's like I said a million times before. You know, Bitcoin's got that bull market support band at the 50 moving average, or 50-week moving average, which is right around 101, 102, 98, depending on the chart and whatever specific moving average you use. So as long as we're above 100K average, it seems like we're good to go, especially for weekly closes specifically. So we could spend the entire week under 98K, and then next Sunday, get back above 98, get back above 100, and we'll still be bullish. So, I mean, that'll suck for alts, but that's the reality. That's the risk that you take being invested in altcoins. On Stellar, bullish cross over the moving average on the RSI still at play, looking good. And green dot on your momentum wave signaling upside. Let's see if we can get above 32.13. A close above 31 is what I'm looking for the daily close. Polkadot is up 2.46% on the day. We got to bounce off of this kind of a legacy trend line. Are we going to go up from here next? I hope so. This one, not so much structure, honestly. Closing above the candle body close from October 10th would be ideal, $2.94. I would love to see this close above $3. That is my ideal target. Bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI still in play. Retest confirmed as well. And your green dot on your momentum wave on Market Cipher from Friday still in play as well. Looking good. Barcoin's up 1.74% on the day, currently trading at 37.34. We got a bounce off of our midpoint right here at around 32.6. We got pretty high up. We went to 47, came back down, broke below 40. Quick wick below 36.26. Got back above 36.26. We got some wicks here. And we got like a little uptrend, a curling uptrend. We are seemingly rejecting 38, which is kind of, it's close to the midpoint. I guess the midpoint I would go with like 38.3, 38.5 for the midpoint between 36.2 and 43. 403. So we'll see if we get above that. A close above 37.5 would be ideal. But since we're kind of getting a little dumpy here, I suppose closing above 37 would be the best case scenario for the weekly close. Bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI still in play, and green dot on your momentum wave still signaling further upside. Just Have Fun said, yo, what's going on? Just have fun. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Sunday. Crypto does not sleep. Caspa might actually be dead in the water. We'll call back to what Tyler said. We are getting ready to close below the October 10th candle body close of 55.43. We are sitting at 52.69 right now, up 4.32% on the day, which is great. We are also sitting above 51.78, and we kind of bounced, I suppose, off of 50. Losing that, I feel like, would be game over. It's a nice psychological level. It's 5 cents. Game over is subjective. I say game over is just number go down pretty hard, pretty fast. We do have a confirmed green dot on Market Cipher, kind of from the Pico low on Friday, right here. So it looks good. We are sitting just barely above that price at the moment. So see if that retest saves us. Green dot on the momentum wave also in play at the moment, and your bullish cross over the moving average on the RSI still in play, with a couple of retests that held quite nicely. Avalanche is up 1.88% on the day, currently trading at 20.59. A close above 20 would be ideal for Avalanche here for the weekly close. We are currently seemingly rejecting 20.78. I would love to get above it, but we'll see what happens. That is also our candle body close is right at 20.67, it looks like. 20.68 for October 10th, so closing above that would be even better. We do have a green dot on the momentum wave, or on Market Cipher from the Pico bottom. So let's see if that pushes that up as well. Guys, we got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you get your guesses ready. Let's go transition. I did, while calculating, making sure that all my numbers were correct on the scoreboard, I did discover that Tom Selleck's GOAT had 2 unaccounted wins, which puts him at 25 at the moment, which is kind of crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Fight Fan said, hi guys. Can we look at a cookie dow, please? I swear I didn't leverage this time. Fight Fan, remind me after the daily close contest, and I will most certainly take a look at that for you. Get you all situated. All right. If you guys are interested at all, I have been playing some spooky games in honor of October, spooky season. I'm a big spooky guy, so feel free to check that out on the channel. Today I played, I already forgot what it's freaking called. What the hell? Do I really not remember? Wow, my brain just won't work. Today I played Fears to Fathom Home Alone. Great game, super spooky. If you're on the younger side and mom and dad leave you home alone for the weekend, Great game. Great game. All right, guys. Let's get these guesses in. Chance for you to win up to $300 on the daily close contest, courtesy of Mr. Tyler and Mr. Roberts. Thank you, guys. Very generous competitors. Oh, Tyler's guess is not 25. Bremer coming in with 108, 469.69. You guys think we're closing October red or green for Bitcoin? All right. Please direct your attention to the poll in the chat as well. While you're doing that, submit your guess for the daily close contest. Bitcoin currently trading at 108,571 and 89 cents. Chance for you to win up to $300 for the grand prize. All you got to do is match all 8 digits for the Bitcoin daily close price on the Binance USDT chart for Bitcoin. You're getting a nice bounce here. A lot of green indicators on Market Cipher. The RSI looks very bottomed out on the 1 minute time frame as well, which is interesting. I wonder how accurate. I guess I would like to start trying different time frames, because I used to only do the 15. I originally started with 4, did really good, and then I transitioned to the 15 because I'm like, I'm gonna be a scalper. Started okay, and then I did really, really bad for a long time, and I was like, this stinks. I quit. And then I transitioned back to the 4 hour, and I did really good again. And now there's no momentum, no like volume, no liquidity in the market, so I hardly trade. And if I do, it's more of a matter of me like donating a couple bucks to the market maker once a week. Bitcoin 108,608 and 50 cents. Any other competitors for the daily close contest? Submit your guess relatively soon here. You got 1 minute and 33 seconds remaining on the clock. Is today going to be another day where we have just one person participating? We've got 7 people watching right now. How many likes do we have? Only 1 participant in the daily close contest at the moment. Interesting, interesting. So the family Halloween party was a lot of fun. Highly recommend. Kids enjoyed it as well, which is the most important part. I was a lumberjack. At one point, I was a mildly intoxicated lumberjack, which is even more fun than a sober one. You guys got 52 seconds remaining on the clock to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Remember, there is a delay on YouTube, so by the time I say time's up on the video, it'll probably have been a few seconds already. It is a hard cutoff. It is up to you guys to keep track of your time. 36 seconds remaining on the clock. I will sound off in the chat actually when time's up, and that will be completely accurate with no delay. 26 seconds remaining. This is actually great. This might be I think this would be the second time where only one person's participated. "13 seconds. Cheers, guys. Happy Sunday. Oh, Alan Howick and Tyler coming in last second. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get Alan and Tyler in there. With 106,456. And Mr. Tyler coming in with 108,501 penny. All right, let's get these bad boys on the board. We've got, did I sort them? I did not, okay. 108,500.01 for Mr. Tyler. We've got Drummer with 108,469.69. And we've got 106,456 with Alan Howick in Decentraland. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Alan 106, 456. Holy cow, Alan. Alan is mighty bearish. All right, Bitcoin 108, 583 and 34 cents. We've got Tyler currently holding the lead with, I believe, technically speaking, the largest gap because he is on top. And Bitcoin could go up infinitely, whereas down below, it can only go down so far. So even somebody that guessed 0, Tyler's guess would be bigger. His gap would be more cavernous than a 0 guess. Mr. Tyler's guess, 108, 501 penny. Bitcoin current price, 108, 589 and 12 cents. Flight fan, don't forget to remind me about that cookie DAO check when the daily close contest has concluded. We've got, what do we got? 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin getting a little bit pumpy here. 108, 625 and 99 cents. Looking good. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. InSync says here we go. InSync has got the flow. I don't remember the rest of the words. Oh, what if I get in trouble for reciting their lyrics? I didn't think about that. Dude, that's kind of funny, actually. We should try that. Every stream, I'm just going to recite lyrics in, like, progressively more popular songs and see if I get copyright strike. Not from singing it, just from reciting the lyrics. Because that's pretty funny. Make their AI, like, lawyers work overtime trying to find my dumbass. Bitcoin 108, 616 and 57 cents. You guys got precisely 2 minutes remaining on the clock for the daily close contest. You guys ever go to the Renaissance Festival, Renaissance Fair? I think it's different depending on where you go. Fahid said CME gap? Probably. We'll check that momentarily. Isn't Chicago in a different time zone? What is the current Bitcoin CME gap today? Right now. All right. We got 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin charts and quotes. Isn't it just whatever the close was from Friday? I'm guessing it's the Friday close. Bitcoin 108, 624 and 11 cents. Ladies and gentlemen, we have precisely 60 seconds remaining on the clock for the daily close contest. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. Mr. Tyler still holding the lead with his monstrous cavernous gap. It's so large that it is legally not allowed within 500 feet of any women. Because it just sucks them in like a black hole. Bitcoin 108, 642 and 60 cents and pumping. Tyler's lead drawing out even further. 27 seconds remaining on the clock. 108, 658 and 78 cents. This is the biggest pump we've seen for Bitcoin in a year. Oh, and the biggest dump. 13 seconds remaining on the clock. 108, 647.90. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Bitcoin daily close price for today, 108, 642.78, 108, 642.78, 108, 642.78. Congratulations, Mr. Tyler, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Been quite a while since Mr. Tyler has won. With a guess of 108, 501 penny. Very cool. Congratulations, my friend. Let's clear the board. All right, go back to the 4-hour time frame. Mr. Tyler is our winner for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Very cool. All right, let me add Mr. Tyler to the winner's Google Doc. Cool. And ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 108,501 penny and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 108,642 and 78 cents on October 19th, 2025. Mr. Tyler Yetzer's prize is a designer hot dog. What? Congratulations, Mr. Tyler, on your victory. I would recommend against sharing this because it's incredibly expensive and very bougie. But if you want to, you can either remove the dog from the bun, maybe smear the ketchup off, give the ketchup to somebody, give the bun to somebody, give the dog to yourself, maybe, I don't know. You could slice it up, you kind of rip it apart. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. I knew when I was picking it too, man. I was like, man, every time I pick a hot dog, Tyler's gonna win. So I was like, I gotta put some space in between my hot dog picks. So far, I think only 2 other people have won a hot dog. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason Mr. Tyler is number 1. And it's because he's one of the few people who regularly participates. Congratulations, Mr. Tyler. Yay! That was actually me just throwing shade, so don't actually take it personal. Nobody actually gives a crap. Very cool. Congratulations, my friend. Mr. Flightban kindly requested that we take a look at Cookie DAO, so we are going to go do so. Congratulations, Tyler, once again. Cookie DAO. Bam. I think Cookie DAO is going to be dependent on everything else, the way that everything else is running as well. Man, this thing almost went down to 0 as well. Went down to 2 cents from 8. I guess it's not too crazy. I mean, it's pretty crazy, but it's not. It just seems less crazy because it's small amounts of money. So, what's interesting is we are holding above this low back here. Can we get a reversal without going down to it? That bottom would be around 7 cents. Currently sitting at 8.3 cents. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is going to be entirely dependent on the rest of the market, which kind of looks like it's taking a dookie right now. Oddly enough. So definitely something to keep into consideration. You are sitting at the right level. You got your bottom here. That would be your other bottom. You want to kind of maintain that. So I suppose I would look at it getting real dicey if you break and close a candle body below like 8, I guess 8.1. You want to stay above 0.081. You do have a red dot on your momentum wave on Market Cipher, and you are actually just did cross bearish over the moving average and the RSI. Now this can go ahead and not last long at all. This was a bearish cross as well, and that ended right away. You got bearish, bullish reversal, or whatever, bullish support, and continuation the upside. Jim said nothing wants to break the 50 just yet, it seems. Yeah, Bitcoin seems safe at the moment for the longer term. The problem is alts don't care. Alts will just continue to fall because the people holding alts, me being one of them, are pussies. But I digress. Yeah, Cookie DAO, I would want to stay 0.081. Stay above that. You break below that, it's going to get a little spicy. And when I say break below, you want to look for like at least a 4-hour candle body close below that. If you do break below it, just keep an eye on it because it might start to crumble fast. But it could just as easily turn into a wick, so it's anyone's guess, anyone's game. All right, where else were we? Chainlink. Chainlink following the fractal. Oddly enough. Which again, you know, points to early to mid-November continuation to the upside. A lot of sideways, choppy, boring mess. Let's look at October 26, 27 to see if we get a little BART right there. Notice how like comedically offensive all of these moves are. Imagine being in Chainlink right here This is a perfect example. Imagine you're in Chainlink. You're watching this thing. It goes all the way up to 1583. You're like, yes, let's go. It goes down to 1473. You're like, oh my gosh, it's over. And then it goes all the way up to 1638. Let's go. All the way down to 1520. It's over. All the way up. Let's go. It's over. Especially right here. You get up to 20 bucks. It goes down a little bit and then it fails to break above. It's over again. Oh my gosh. You're at 1750. Your entire life savings is gone. And then it does it again and again. And then all of a sudden, bam, this thing just flies up to $22. And then $28. And now it's consolidating around 17. But still, you take into consideration the fact that these moves pump up and retrace so frequently. And people freak out about them every single time. This is one gigantic consolidation as far as I'm concerned. And it is working. So if this comes, unfortunately it might, all the way down to 12 bucks and then blasts up, then it's game time. I don't see that happening, but it could. You gotta keep in mind that altcoins are altcoins. And they don't really care what Bitcoin does unless Bitcoin's going down. Tyler said, gotta run, nice playing, like and sub. Yeah, guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. I appreciate you guys for being here. Every single day we do the daily close contest. Chance for you to win up to $300 for the grand prize. It's a lot of fun. We've handed out tons of $20 prizes already. The grand prize is a little more hard to get, but it is available every single day. All you gotta do is make the right guess. It's like a lottery, but it's free. All right. So Chainlink rejecting 1750. And we closed below that, which kind of stinks. But it is what it is. The fractal, if we're following the fractal, which I feel like is kind of a smart thing, then we could literally just chop at this price for the next 2 weeks, which is a little stinky. You know, me being a not patient person kind of hates that, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? Bullish crossover the moving average on the RSI is still in play, potentially coming down to retest, and green dot under momentum wave also still in play. Doge is down 0.46% on the day, currently trading at 1944. We kind of, looks like, I guess we rejected 20? I don't know. I'm wondering what's next for Doge. It's kind of a rejection of 20, it seems, which is almost a midpoint in between 17.9 and 22. Not quite. Well, actually, I think it is. Anyways, closing above 19.5 would have been ideal. Is that what we did? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. We did close above 19.5. Cool. We got a red dot on our momentum wave as we speak that literally just appeared. And the RSI is still holding above the moving average, which is good. So both signs are there. We just have to figure out if that's going to continue being the case or if it's going to switch. We did get a green dot on our market cipher way back here at the Pico lows. Right below where we're at about 19 bucks. So we'll see if that turns into anything long term. As of right now, we're just in a watch, wait, and see kind of mode. And we also did get bullish div. The candle body closes, so keep that in mind too. But again, it's the one where the price continues down and it just has a short-term uptrend. This is what that bullish divergence is referring to. And then your RSI would continue trending up as well while the price trended down. Near is down 0.13% on the day, currently trading at 225. We rejected, what did we reject? 226, I guess. Currently sitting at 225.6. I suppose. See, we had this nice, and it's so close right now. I can't really tell if it's trying to close above it. And I guess by nice, I mean kind of sloppy. There's confluence. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess 8. So there's some confluence in the purple trend line. I'm not going to pretend that it's a really big deal, though. We're holding above 221, which is good. Can we get above 234 next? Bullish crossover the moving average and the RSI is still in play. Green dot on the momentum wave on market cipher also still in play. Pengu's down 0.52 since the daily close, seemingly rejected 22.58. Are we going to go down from here is the question. We also got bullish div here as well, just like the other one. RSI is up while the price is down. Break above 22.5 would be ideal, so we'll keep an eye out on that. If it does come back down, we'll see if we get a bounce off of 21. Green dot on your momentum wave on Market Cipher, and bullish cross over the moving average and the RSI still in play. Looking good. Silver turning red. Interesting. I wonder, what does gold look like right now? Gold also turning red. I wonder, is gold going to retrace to 41.50? And then when it does, is it going to bounce or no? Is anyone aware of the bullish divergence on the chart? Am I crazy? There's also people there's some people calling for this to being the gold top. There's some people insisting that those people are wrong and that it's just begun. So I don't know who to believe or why to really be bothered by the other case scenario, but I feel like saying that this isn't a top is a little irresponsible. You can't just blindly say that. You gotta explain to people that caution is advised, because gold is $4,230, whereas just a couple months ago it was sitting at $3,200, and even just a couple months before that, in freaking December, 10 months ago, it was $2,500. So stuff to keep in mind for sure. DXY chilling. Little bounces, I suppose, sort of in play-ish. Not a whole lot going on with DXY. Market strategy up 2.12 since Friday. Not a whole lot going on here until tomorrow's open. I hope it gets back above 300. Do I see that happening relatively soon? Not really, honestly. Green dot on your momentum wave on Market Cipher. Bullish cross over the moving average on the RSI. We'll see what comes of it. NASDAQ and S&P, both same boat as they were on Friday. Bitcoin down, it's 59.57, seemingly climbing up now, and Bitcoin itself 108.202 and 18 cents. Congratulations, Mr. Tyler, once again on your victory. Enjoy your bougie hot dog. Jim Derringer said, still waiting to see if we go speak to the 50 EMA on the weekly. Not that far from it right now. The RSI in gold makes me bullish. Yeah, there's definitely a bullish div there, and it's the right kind of bullish div that signals the price continuing up and the RSI continuing down. It's not the one that we normally see. All this tells me is that the price is going to continue to do this while the RSI continues to do this. Does that make sense? Like, this is a overall downtrend. This is a overall uptrend. Not every day we see that specific divergence. That's good divergence. Gold added $7 trillion to its market cap in 2 months. That's crazy. All right, guys. News segment time. Unless Bitcoin gets really dicey, which looks like it kind of wants to. It's a little frightening. Okay. News article. Yeah, Watcher Guru. Odds of Bitcoin falling below 100K this month rise to 52% according to Polymarket. Maybe, will that be our first Polymarket bet? Interesting. Interesting. All right, then we got Jack Dorsey saying Bitcoin is not crypto. Kind of agree with him. President Trump saying Chinese President Xi Jinping is open to a trade deal. Cool. Brian Armstrong said, you don't need to buy a full Bitcoin or ETH to get started. You can start by buying and holding crypto with a few dollars. It's never too late. I like that. Good quote. Marty Party posted this. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's a good post, I promise. Excuse me. We are early. Ask people around your IRL life about crypto. They either don't know about it or think it's a scam. The masses were programmed to be ignorant or skeptical by design so the institutions could accumulate stake in the primary adopted networks. When the system is ready and regulations, laws, and market structure is in place, crypto will be marketed to the masses. The result will be those that accumulated and held will own share of the networks. Everyone else will buy much higher and have less of a share. Being early has its risks and difficulties, but if you held and continue to accumulate, you will be heavily rewarded. The biggest mistake people make is to believe all crypto is the same. This is a heavily misunderstanding, and I'm assuming that's a typo. This is heavily misunderstanding, and most crypto tokens have no usage, adoption, or reason to exist, and will trend to valueless, and those that are proven, chosen by institutions, and adopted by the public will get increasingly higher valuations with the network effects of adoption. You are early, and this is software on the internet. Invest in adopted and regulated networks. Avoid speculative tokens with no usage, purpose, or active innovation. Flooring price has been established since October 10th. If you held or entered around the lows of the October 10th flush, you have done well. I agree. Buy the dip. Buy when others are fearful. We got Kobayashi letter. Key events this week. 10% of the S&P 500 companies are reporting earnings. U.S. crude oil inventory data comes out on Wednesday. September existing home sales data comes out on Thursday. September CPI inflation data and October services PMI data and October MI consumer sentiment data come out on Friday. We are now 1 week out from Fed week. President Trump says he is not looking to destroy China and calls China's President Xi a smart trader who is open for a deal. Something unusual is happening this week. On Friday, we are receiving CPI inflation data during the U.S. shutdown. Not only is it 5 days before October 29th Fed meeting, but it is the first time CPI data will be reported on a Friday since January 2018. I don't know why that's relevant. The Labor Department has said no other releases will be rescheduled or produced until the shutdown ends. This comes during a highly pivotal time for the Fed as they debate whether to continue rate cuts or not. This is drawing speculation of a bullish September CPI report. What's happening here? Then we got the U.S. dominating global markets. Total U.S. stock market capitalization just hit $67 trillion for the first time. This equals 220% of the entire U.S. economy. The value of the U.S. market has doubled since the 2022 bear market. By comparison, Asian and European stock markets are worth $22 trillion and $19 trillion respectively. This means the U.S. stock market is now 63% larger than Asia and Europe combined. The gap between the U.S. and the rest of the world is historic. Pretty crazy. U.S. consumers are becoming more pessimistic about the jobs market. Americans' perceived probability of losing their job over the next 5 years jumped to 22.9% in October, the second highest since 2020 pandemic. This now marks the third largest reading since the 2008 financial crisis. By comparison, this percentage was 17% at the beginning of the year. At the same time, 63% of Americans expect a higher unemployment rate over the next 12 months, the third highest reading since 2009. This is double the percentage seen in December 2024. Americans believe the jobs market is weaker than officially reported. I agree. Why? Literally because of AI. I think AI is taking most entry-level jobs, and we're either going to have to figure out a way to replace that. They're going to regulate companies using AI and how many employees they're required to hire so that real people can still have jobs, or we're going to get universal basic income. Those are really, in my opinion, the only three options that I see on the table as viable for the foreseeable future. CryptoFace said, don't listen to top callers on gold. It's only just begun. The fact of the matter is retail gold buyers have zero effect on the price of gold. It means nothing. Plenty of times lines to buy gold at 2K and it meant nothing. Interesting. Bitmine scooped up $1.5 billion in ETH as Tom Lee called the treasury bubble, but stays bullish. Smart. Japan's FSA may soon let banks hold Bitcoin and run crypto exchanges. Let's freaking go. John Bollinger said, gonna be a time to pay attention soon, I think. Bitcoin doubled the last time he said this. Potential W bottoms in Bollinger Bands terms in ETH USD and Sol USD, but not in Bitcoin USD. Gonna be time to pay attention soon, I think. Interesting. Very, very interesting observation, Mr. Bollinger. Okay. Congratulations, Tyler, once again on your victory. Enjoy your bougie hot dog. We've got Where are we? Let's hear it. This is another famous chart. I think there's 3 big ones. This is one of the 3. I really like this one as well. We've got accumulation, trend emergence, shakeout, momentum building, first sentiment extreme, bear trap. I think we're in bear trap right now. Renewed optimism, FOMO, and euphoria. We've experienced 0 euphoria. 0. None. I think that's my bottom line, at least. And if we end up going into a bear market, then this chart will be kind of irrelevant because we've experienced 0 euphoria. But I do feel strongly that we're in bear trap right now. I do. Michael Saylor posted the most important orange dot is always the next. Looks like someone might buy the dip. Let's freaking go. Cheers, Mr. Saylor. Absolute legend. He's got 69.01 billion Bitcoin. $69.01 billion worth of Bitcoin. Gosh, that's a lot of money. That is so much money. Cointelegraph also posted 2.3 million ETH is now waiting 40 days to unstake. That's actually insane. We have 10 days left until the next FOMC meeting with a 100% chance of getting a rate cut. Hell yeah. A whale with over 250 million in longs now has an unrealized P&L of minus $1.7 million. That kind of sucks. $90 billion was added to the total crypto market cap within the last 10 hours. That was 4 hours ago. We got Bitcoin Thanos posting Bitcoin doesn't inflate, but we do. You can't make more Bitcoin, but you can make more Bitcoiners. I thought that one was kind of fun. Have kids. Everybody should have kids. Unless you don't want kids, but I recommend it. This is hilarious. I'm going to let this play because I think that this is super duper funny. And I think everybody should hear it. So I'm going to turn up the volume really quick so that I make sure that you guys can hear it. And I'm going to go quiet while it plays.
Move over, Bitcoin. It's gold's time to shine. Environmentally harmful to mine, difficult to store, and even harder to divide.
Rich, decadent gold is the best money governments can confiscate and banks can manipulate.
Thick, toxic streaks of mercury and silky cyanide pollute and caress ecosystems in developing countries.
But gold is worth the massive human and ecological toll because you can touch it.
And if you can touch it, it has value. Science.
That's why Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. Bitcoin only offers a secure, global, trustless monetary infrastructure to anyone, anywhere with an internet connection.
But owning gold makes you special.
So let's go back to the gold standard.
And the typewriter.
And the horse-drawn carriage.
Because who wants the future of money when you can own a piece of the past?
Gold. Because you're old.
That was freaking hilarious. I have no words. The video said everything that I would normally say. Good stuff, good stuff. Insider Bitcoin Whale is back. He just opened a $76.195 million Bitcoin short position with 10x leverage. Does he know something? Probably. 10x leverage is actually insane. How do we know this is the same guy? I guess is my question. Let's see. Shorts on one account to bait the crowd. Then longs from another wallet with much bigger size. What do you think? Why wouldn't he do that? Think about it. Yeah. This guy said I said it once. I'll say it again. The NFA, but my take is the whale could farm the obvious correction that will happen. Bitcoin pumped at 109K today, but it will go down tomorrow after all. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure they're going to make money. Why waste it if you don't have to? Tommy says Bitcoin is going to 250K in the next 70 days. If that plays out, we're about to see a face-melting risk-on rally into year's end. Let's freaking go. Then we've got longest runway yet, according to TechDev, based on the business cycle specifically. As soon as this bad boy flips and Bitcoin goes crazy, then we can all retire. As of right now, we are perpetually pre-rich. Welcome to the pre-rich club. This is a good one. Absolutely effing insane post. Altcoins really are effed. Luke Martin posted this chart perfectly illustrates why sentiment is bearish/tired, even though Bitcoin is still above 100K. A basket of the top 50 altcoins now trading below where they were post FTX crash in 2022. That is actually insane. So just a little bit of perspective. Alts are effed right now. Altcoins are flashing a cycle level bottom. Third MACD cross in 8 years. Each one marked the start of an altcoin supercycle. This is how generational trades begin. Before the noise, before the hype. Altcoins versus Bitcoin. 2018 top, 2020 top, 2025 never topped. We got bullish cross, bullish cross, bullish cross. The third one just happened. So we'll see what happens. Mustache posted altcoins. Did you know that before the altcoin bull run in 2020, we also saw a liquidation candle before it started? The same thing has happened now again. Bottom 2019, 2020, December 2020, shakeout explosion. Bottom 2022, 2023, October 25, shakeout explosion. I would not be surprised, I guess, to see, unfortunately, this shakeout continue for a little while. For the longest time, and I'm still in denial about it, I was saying I was looking at 2026 for a proper bull market. I hope I'm still wrong, but that might end up being the case. I think Bitcoin has just reached fair value. I think that's it. Last but not least, we got Weimar.x all in on altcoins now. Sell in December. Thank me later. Not financial advice, obviously. Golden Cross explosion. Golden Cross explosion. Let's see what happens. I'm kind of excited. What's interesting is we got between November and December, this shakeout from 2024, actually. So, it's going to be interesting to observe for sure. That's it for news articles. Bitcoin still chilling, 107.526 and 39 cents. Let's go check our portfolios. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is $710.81 at the moment. It is down $290. We've got one asset in the green, the rest are in the red. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down $63. Aptos is down $49. Shiv is down $36. Render's down $33. Proppy's down $31. Ondo is down $28. Near is down 26, Doge is down 21, ADA is down 17, and Sol is up 10. Looking good. The Memecoin portfolio is down $341 at the moment. None of these assets are green. Starting from the bottom, GigaChat is down 145. SNEK is down 63. Yeah. Width is down. Oh, Pepe is down 56. WIF is down 44. And Doge is down 36. Then we've got the narrative portfolio, my favorite, and the most stable. This portfolio is currently down $56. Portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one real world asset coin, and one gaming coin. And it is absolutely killing it. Currently, we have one asset in the green, the rest are in the red. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down 52. VeChain is down 47. Mana is down 20. Nope. Mana is down 16. Pepe is down 2. And Tau is up 48. Tau is still single-handedly carrying the entire portfolio. Pretty sick. And then last but not least, the perfect entry portfolio. Every single asset in this portfolio was added by you guys, the community, via a vote. And every single asset was added during a monumentous dip where everyone was losing their minds and insisting that we were going to zero. This portfolio is down $164. Yeah, $164. We've got 3 assets in the green, the rest are in the red. Starting from the bottom, Avalanche is down $41. Render is down $40. The Graph is down $31. Pith is down 27. Ondo's down 20. Swee's down 18. Crow is down 7. ETH is up 1. Sol is up 2. And Link is up 12. Link also still single-handedly carrying the entire portfolio. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the conclusion to the portfolio update. We can do Q&A. You guys got any questions? Feel free to ask. I've recently been brought to my attention that there are some cool trading bots available to me on Cardano where I can give the bot money and the bot will make trades for me. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if I can do it on stream. Giovanni suggested I do it on stream, and I thought that was a good idea. But I guess I gotta look and see if that's a possibility. Let's see. I guess I don't know where to go to do it, though. FluxPoint Studios, Decimalist. Oh boy. What did I just click on? Oh, I could schedule something with the guy? That's kind of funny. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna see if this is something I can play around with. I'll get back to you guys for sure. Oak Tree said do it. Oh, I'm definitely doing it. I just gotta see if I can do it on stream. I gotta get a hold of the right people and ask them what the hell I'm supposed to do, actually. Because it's like a third-party link where somebody was like, check out what I did. I didn't actually see anywhere else where you can actually do it. So. Okay. All right, guys. I am probably going to call it an evening. We're getting a little bit dumpy here. Alts especially so. Not financial advice. My brain says it's a good time to short, which probably means it's not, but I'm going to go give it a try, see if I can make some money. Feel free to join the Discord, linked in the description. It's completely free. It's a lot of fun. If I make any good trades there, I'll post them. If I make any really bad trades there, I will also post those because those are funny. And they're learning experience, you know what I mean? So, public shame from you guys maybe will help me not suck so bad at shorting. But as always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Sunday and good night.